go. Welcome to the Friday edition of Bible Time on the Road. I'm thankful that you could follow along with me this week. And today, we're not coming to you from the beach. We're not coming to you from a harbor. This is just a bench along the side of the road. The sun is setting, fog's rolling in, and it's appropriate because today in our Bible time we look at the sunset of the United Kingdom of Israel. We come to 1 Kings chapters 11 and 12, and it's the end of the reign of Solomon, and then the kingdom gets divided under the rule of his son, Rehoboam. And so what you see here is, if you remember the outline of the book, is we said it was faithful we stand, disobedient we fall. And today we've come to that line where we see the disobedience leading to the fall of the United Kingdom under Solomon. Solomon, as we're told in chapter 11, had many wives. And not only was that bad enough, but those many wives led him into idolatry. And not only just idolatry, but the abominations of the practices associated with the idols that he began to worship as he followed after his wives. It is just an incredibly sad story. And it says that he did evil in the sight of the Lord, and it says that the Lord was angry. The Lord was angry at Solomon's sin. He did evil in the sight of the Lord. And so the Lord tells him, your kingdom is going to be divided. Going to be divided with his son Rehoboam heading up the southern kingdom, the kingdom of Judah, which included Judah and Benjamin, and Jeroboam leading the northern kingdom of Israel, the 10 tribes of the northern kingdom of Israel. And you can read the account of all that happened and the decision that Rehoboam made that made the situation worse and led to the split, solidified the split. But it's from the Lord. Chapter 11, verse 11 is a key verse. It says, "Therefore the Lord said to Solomon, since this has been your practice and you have not kept my covenant and my statutes that I have commanded you, I will surely tear the kingdom from you and will give it to your servant." I will surely tear it from you. And that's what happened. And then when you read in chapter 12 the events that took place there that led to the split, verses 15 and 24 talk about how this had come about from the Lord. And so the Lord is following through, being faithful to his word, and the kingdom winds up divided. Now here's something that you might not understand. 1st and 2nd Kings, the book of Kings in the original scriptures, was written during the time of exile. It was written after the time that the northern kingdom had been taken captive by Assyria in 722 BC, and then the southern kingdom in 586 BC. These books, the book of Kings, was written after the time that they had been removed from the land, during the time that they're in exile. It's written to the exiles to help them understand how they got there, what happened in their past, what led from the glory of Solomon to them now languishing in exile. And it tells them the story and explains things to them. And it's telling them about the great accomplishments of Solomon. But as we talked about yesterday, he started leaking oil by becoming self-focused, self-indulgent, and then you see the full blowout in chapter 11 and what happened there. And it's written to warn the people about the severe consequences of their sin. And so this is an important lesson for those exiles to learn as they're reading these books of history about how their great kingdom got to be where they are now. And it's a lesson on a personal level, both to them and to us, about the severe consequences of sin. It doesn't matter how great you are. The Lord had appeared twice to Solomon. He had accumulated a tremendous wisdom and wealth, but that didn't keep him from falling into sin and reaping the consequences of that sin. And so that's a reminder for you and me here on Bible Time as we close this week on this gloomy evening here doing Bible Time out on this lonely bench on the side of the road, to think about the severity of the consequences of our sin. And we're looking forward to next week bringing you some more, hopefully happier Bible Times as we continue on the road. And if you're appreciating these on the road Bible Times, just leave a little comment down below under this video just some words of encouragement that I can pass on to our staff, our hardworking staff that puts these Bible times together. And we trust that you'll have a great weekend worshiping the Lord and fellowshipping with one another. God bless you. See you next week for more Bible time.